Good day everyone. So today we will going to explore the different types of pattern in nature. So let's get started. Daisy is a natural expression of Fibonacci in spirals. Daisies with a triple appearance offer a captivating example of how mathematical principles manifest in nature. The central disc of a daisy is composed of numerous tiny florets organized in a spiral pattern, the number of spirals in each direction frequently composing to consecutive Fibonacci numbers. The next one is an example of radial symmetry. The petals are arranged symmetrically around a central point, which create a star-like shape. The radial symmetry is a characteristic of the flower's morphology. The zinnias is also known as margarita is also an example of radial symmetry. Another one is a leaf variegation is also an example of a radial symmetry. This means that multiple lines of symmetry can be arranged through the center of the flower, dividing into roughly equal parts. The spike inflorescence is also an example of a radial symmetry. It is a type of flower arrangement where small flowers are attached directly to an unbranched elongated stem. The leaf pattern shows a parallel symmetry, also known as bilateral symmetry. The line runs parallel to the midrib of the leaf, creating a mirrored effect on either side of the central vein. Another one is also an example of bilateral symmetry, also known as mirror symmetry, which the leaf is almost perfectly symmetrical along the central axis. These flowers exhibit a radial symmetry. Each individual flower shows near perfect symmetry around the central point, with petals radiating outwards. The spiral on a pineapple surface often follows Fibonacci numbers, which each number is the sum of the two preceding ones. Another pattern is tessellation. Just like pineapple, its shapes fit together perfectly without gaps or overlaps, which form a repeating pattern. There are also tessellation that we can see like human-made products, which pattern is repeated. Next is the speckled or stippled variegation is one of the example of spots. It is a yellow spots which distributed across the green leaf surface in an irregular manner. Next pattern is cracked. The tree bark with a pattern best described as irregular cracked. The cracks are irregular in size, shape, and orientation. Next pattern is branching. The structure of the main tree is a clear example of branching. The main trunk divides into larger branches, which further subdivided into smaller branches and twigs. Next is the leaf pattern shows a type of line pattern or striation. The light-colored lines running across the leaves resemble waves or stripes. This is also another example of waves in nature. Next is fern frond. This often cited as example of fractals in nature because of their self-similar structure. Another one is meanders. The intricate meandering grooves and ridges are characteristics of this type of coral.